Some of y'all are gonna trip off the title, but let me say it again. I would rather hire an ex-con than a college grad any day of the week. This isn't clickbait. I'm not doing this for likes. This is real life talk right here. I own multiple businesses. I've hired both. And after years of just studying and watching which one really has that dog in them, I think you'll be surprised. It's the ones who've been through the fire, the ones who've got everything taken from them and still found a way to bounce back through everything. Meanwhile, Chad with the MBA is trying to figure out why he still hasn't had the VP title and it's only been 3 weeks of work. We all know that person. Tell me I'm lying in the comments. Hunger hits a lot different when somebody is starving. Let me break this down for you. Have you ever worked with or met someone that has had everything taken from them? No savings, no car, no family, no anything. Yet they still show up to work every day and they're grinding with their life dependent on it because all they have is them. They're really trying to make something shake. Now let's compare this to somebody fresh out of college. They usually have their starter cars like a Hyundai, a Honda. Of course, they're gonna have phone, laptop, and they're gonna have about 40K in student loans. Those are the ones that are always entitled. They are the ones that will hit you with the, do we have mental health Fridays? Like, no, but we do have work. Let's get to work. I have a franchise owner that I know personally that hired somebody that did 6 years in the pen. Here's the thing. Dude was so on point at work. He always showed up on time. His mentality was, and I quote, I will flip burgers, I'll paint this, I'll do whatever you need, I'll run through a wall for you if you need me to. I just appreciate you giving me the chance to work and make some money. His mentality is, bro, I'm down for whatever, just let me earn it. Let me find a way to move up the ranks. That's the person that I'm betting on every single time. And let's keep it real. Street smarts over book smarts any day. Let's be real. Let's really break it down. All business is the streets. The streets is business. They're the same thing, just in two different worlds. Let's keep it there. Really think about it. You got product, you got territories, you got customers, competition, risk management, word of mouth. AKA, if you know, you know. All it is capitalism without an LLC. They're the same thing. So when somebody tells me I ran the block for 5 years, but I'm just trying to get things straight because things aren't how they used to be and I did some time, I'm thinking like, bro, really and truly, you were a CEO in your own lane. You just didn't get taxed. It sucks that you did your time, but at the same time, you weren't supposed to be doing it in the first place. But you know the amazing thing about it? That skill set, the thing that really matters, it's still there. Meanwhile, you have somebody with a degree that's sitting there in the lecture hall taking advice from somebody that really isn't actually doing anything at all. College grads really be like, in theory, this should work, and here's why. Meanwhile, my guy in cell block C is like, it doesn't work. I already been through this. Here's why it doesn't work. That's the difference. Think about all the meetings that we always go through in corporate America, where we spend hours and hours and hours talking about BS from somebody that doesn't even know what they're talking about. It's just a lot of pointless things that is a waste of time. Do you want production or do you want BS? What are we talking? Let's get back to the topic on hand. Loyalty, respect, and somebody with a chip on their shoulder. I'm rocking with that every time. Do you know how productive they'll be for you? See, this is what people don't understand. When you give someone a second shot at life, somebody a second opportunity, and this is all they have, they don't play around with it. They take it serious. Isn't that what you want in the work field? I have another franchise homie that hired somebody that did 10 years. Yes, 10 years. And he decided to give him a chance because he kept coming up there just asking for an opportunity. Here's the thing. He came up to that job at 6:45 a.m. on the dot every time he was scheduled. Keep in mind, the store opened at 8 o'clock. I remember I popped in one time and I asked him, I'm like, bro, you good? He was like, Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm just ready to work, ready to get this money. How many people are motivated like this on an everyday basis? I'm like, man, I really need that same type of productivity in my establishments. Those are the people that I need. And then it hit me because later on that week, I hired a recent college grad, and it's the complete opposite. I just hired him, paid him a great salary, and dude was late 2 times in the week and asked to leave early once. And get this, dude was complaining about the oat milk that was in the fridge in the break room. I'm just like, bruh, are we really doing this right now? You tripping over oat? I need y'all to understand that loyalty is something that cannot be taught. I don't care what college you go to. But where loyalty comes from is somebody that's already been through the fire. And they just need a chance, and they just need somebody to lean on. Watch you get productivity out of them. Believe it or not, a lot of people appreciate the smaller stuff. If you give somebody they check, which that's number one, loyalty, and you give them structure, that goes a long way. Look, business isn't about looks. It's not about the fanciness of it. It's about results. I'm not saying that all college grads are lazy. That's not the purpose of this video. And I'm also not saying that you can hire just anybody because they did time, because they're not going to always pan out either. But what I am saying is stop judging people off of surface level. Just because you have a resume that's amazing and it looks great doesn't mean you're a great worker. I always like to hire people that have less experience, that have a shorter resume, because to me, they get the best production out of you. Think about if you're in corporate America right now. Would you rather hire a young, hungry person or somebody that has a stacked up resume? Who do you really think you're going to get more production out of? Please leave comments and let me know. Just because somebody has a felony doesn't mean that they're dangerous, dumb, or useless. In my opinion, 90% of the time, they have more structure and a better mindset than the people that you see on LinkedIn. Hell, about 90% of them that's posting a TED Talk and getting 1,000 likes, just posting a bunch of BS. Have you ever seen somebody where their LinkedIn is nothing like how they are in person? Really think about that. I have personally heard success stories of ex-cons that turn into managers, operators, or franchise owners. They're really out there. Look up the stories. My whole point of this is, again, just to say, don't be afraid to give people a chance. Don't be green and naive, but at the same time, don't judge people all the time. If it went just pure off of judgment, I wouldn't be a franchise owner right now. You know how many people see me and they judge me because they're saying, oh, you're just some young kid. You don't know what you're doing. But most of the time, I'm better than them. I work harder than them. I'm smarter than them. So do not judge people. Now, I know some of y'all are mad and a lot of y'all are saying, Skyler, what about the risk though? I don't want to risk this. I've had several people that have the perfect resume where I'll hire them and they'll ghost me a few weeks into the job. So just think about character and integrity. Those are the things that matter if you want to run a successful business. In conclusion, in this video, I want to leave you with this. Some of the realest people that you might run across might have made a mistake in life and spent some time behind bars. But some of the fakest people will have the best resume, be the best dressed, and just be the biggest brown nose. My whole point is to hire with your heart and just take a second look at somebody, because you never know. It might be the best thing for your business. Leave a comment if you have any success stories, any negative stories. I would love to hear them. Be sure to like, subscribe, send it to your cousin, send it to your brother, send it to whoever, because YouTube will show this to about 5 people and that'll be it. But I'm out.